Internet, good morning. My name is Magnitude, and welcome to Week 6 of the WBE. I know you're expecting BattlerX, but he actually went off the New York Giants training camp to try out to be one of their wide receivers. So he's not going to be here this week, but he did leave me a note, and it says, Steve, advertise the shirts we're selling. The link's in the description. Why do people buy shirts with YouTubers' catchphrases, but not ones with awesome graphics like what we're selling? And then it tells me to look up and down at the webcam and then back down to the paper. How would you even explain that? Still going. How would you even explain that in person? Hey Pete, nice shirt. What is it? Oh, thanks Jeff. It's this YouTuber who plays video games, and sometimes when stuff happens, he says these 6 or 3 or 4 words. Hey, really cool, Pete. We can't be friends anymore because that's really weird. It's all right here. I don't know what to tell you. So, this is the WBE going up against GameBoyLuke and the Bristol City Blazikens. His link in the description. He's got a lot of great stuff. Be sure to check that out. Be sure to leave a like as well on this video if you enjoy it. Of course, we're going for 10 minutes because in the spirit of BattlerX, we want that ad money. Also, side note, I'll be covering this in tomorrow's video. My capture card broke. That's why it is a battle code and not live or anything. Capture card just broke. So, I'll be covering that in tomorrow's video about how I'm going to try to go about getting a new one. I don't know. I'm really upset about it and I'm hiding it behind this enthusiasm. Let's get right into the battle. Well, the team first. My team is Sceptile, Victini, Rotom Frost, Alolan Muck, Necrozma, and Hitmontop. My opponent has Donphan, Mega Venusaur, Sneasel, Mew, Zapdos, and an Arcanine. Now, the biggest thing to note is there's a few... Well, the biggest thing to note is that is a Specs Alolan Muck, because he doesn't have a lot of dedicated special walls, and the last thing he would expect to be a special attacker is something like Alolan Muck. Specs with Memento, Flamethrower, Dark Pulse, and Sludge Bomb. And then I have a Waterium Z, Rain Dance, Thunder, Blizzard, Shadow Ball, Offensive, Rotom Frost. I have Work Up, Blue Flare, Psy Shock, and that other attack, Flame Boost. That one, I cannot remember the name of it, Victini. And then the rest of them are kind of standard. So I lead with Sceptile. I kind of wanted to see what he was going to lead with. And he does, in fact, choose Donphan. So I took the chance early, left-handed, all right. Took the chance early that he wasn't just going to go for a Play Rough or an Ice Shard turn 1. So I'm just going to become a Mega Sceptile. I assume he's going to get Stealth Rocks up. He does not have Jellicent, so we cannot stop my Rapid Spin. I do not mind this at all. I am going to go ahead and just hit him with a little Bang Bang. Dragon Pulse he had... I didn't want to miss the Leaf Storm, and he has 30 anyway, so I just wanted to get damage on him to break that 30. He does get the Stealth Rock up. Now, here, if he has Ice Shard, I'm in a little bit of trouble. He obviously has leftovers. Why would he not have leftovers? But if he has Ice Shard, then I'm in a little bit of trouble. So I don't want to lose Mega Sceptile early, especially the fact that I can throw on Dragon Pulses and stuff like that. So I am going to go and hit Hitmontop. I'm going to at least get the Intimidate off on the Donphan so I can, you know, also Rapid Spin away the rocks. So I do Intimidate him, and I'm like, okay, here comes the Ice Shard. That's fine, but he switches out, which makes me think maybe he does not have the Ice Shard. Possibly. He goes into his Venusaur, which is not yet Mega, but will soon become Mega Venusaur. And I don't like this scenario at all. I thought, there are times in this battle where I thought for a long time between turns. He's probably got Sludge Bomb for Mega Sceptile. So, you know what, Necrozma is probably the option. If he goes for something like Sleep Powder, then that's just kind of on me, and then I have to deal with Necrozma being asleep. But at least with Necrozma, he will not know my moveset, so he cannot safely really switch into anything yet. So whatever he chooses, it'll just pretty much give me a free switch, or a free Stealth Rock myself. Because I have Stealth Rock, Moonlight, Toxic, and Psy Shock, or Psychic Necrozma. So if he wants to go into Sneasel here, even then, I don't really mind too much. I still have Hitmontop at full. So this turn, also another one of those very long turns, and he goes into Swiper, which is in fact his Sneasel, and that is going to allow me to get Stealth Rocks. Now, he does have Donphan, but his Donphan is at a little amount of HP, and that is both his Rocker and his Rapid Spinner. So if I can get rid of that bad boy, I can spin away those rocks, and I can freely switch in my Victini and things of that nature. But again, I thought, you know what? He might go for a Pursuit here. I don't want to get trapped with a Pursuit. I am just going to stay in. I know I can go to the knockoff anyway, and I am just kind of want to see his item as well. He has Life Orb. I do Moonlight. So now I thought, you know, really don't think he's got Pursuit or anything. Full disclosure, didn't even know if Weevil had Pursuit or could get Pursuit, but I'm just talking about in the battle my thoughts. I switched out, no Pursuit, I was happy. I go right in the Hitmontop, and he just fires off an Icicle Crash. But at the -1, again, this is only a Sneasel, not a Weevil. I have long since proclaimed how much I dislike Weevil and Sneasel in League format, but I'm also not very good at League format, so my opinions shouldn't really matter to you at all. But it does only do about half, which is fantastic. That's going to hit my top to come in on Sneasel at least one more time and get, the Intimidate boost is nice, and the Life Orb damage is even better. So he's got to decide what he's going to want to do if he wants to save whatever, save the Sneasel. But I'm just going to go for a Rapid Spin. I'm going to get the rocks away so I can freely switch in more things. Sorry, I'll go for Close Combat here. My mistake, thinking that he would think I was going to go for the Rapid Spin. That is why I like doing these live. I have different thoughts the day of when I'm recording about what I want. I probably should have gone for Rapid Spin there. But I guess if he stayed in, Close Combat, I think is a better play there. It also is going to allow me to get the Rapid Spin. He goes for an Earthquake, I guess predicting me to go into either Muck or Victini, but I knew I had to get rid of those rocks, and I knew he's only he's a Venusaur, doesn't make a difference at all. So he's not going to really do much to me based on the damage I'm doing to him. I kind of figured he was defensive anyway. So I do spin away the rocks. And now I've seen a couple of his maneuvers, and Hitmontop is still valuable in the sense that it's going to allow me to get him on in safely. I don't need Hitmontop anymore. I don't fear Sneasel because I know now I can manipulate getting Sneasel in on my Colberberry Victini. And Hitmontop kind of did its job, get rid of the rocks. He is going to switch out. This was a turn I thought about for a while, and he goes into Fudge. And Fudge is his Arcanine. He does have Intimidate, which I guess if I had V-Create, that'd be a problem, but I don't have V-Create, I just have the Psyshock. And now there's no rocks up, I really do value Victini's longevity, and because I have Colberry, he has not yet seen my item, which might lead him to believe that I am choice in some fashion because I'm pushing out of it. So I go to Necrozma, and I know what Necrozma can do. He is going to Extreme to me like I was afraid of, and I didn't want Victini to get any damage on him. So I here go for a Toxic. I thought he was going to switch into Sneasel on a potential Psychic type maneuver. Now this coming up was a misplay. I thought he would go into Sneasel again, so I wanted to catch that with a Toxic. So now he's Toxic. He's not doing a lot of damage to me. I thought he would switch. So you're going, Steve, why did you not click Moonlight? Yeah, that's a good question. Especially after seeing him go for Morning Sun. But I thought, if he doesn't switch, I'm dead. If he does switch, I get the Toxic of Sneasel. Didn't even consider the fact that he was going to go for a Morning Sun while Toxic. So that is a bummer. I am going to lose Necrozma, and I am down 6-4. His Donphan's almost dead. His Venusaur's at half. This thing's Toxic. His Sneasel is getting down there. So, we're working. So I do go in a Alolan Muck, which again is specs Alolan Muck, and not something that he would ever expect. But I'm pretty sure after this move here, he would expect. I didn't think he was going to go into Venusaur. I'm not going to lie to you. He does go into Venusaur, though, and he gets the rocks damage, and I am just going to get the Sludge Bomb off. Now, I saw that he has Earthquake, and that is enough to kill it. One more can kill him. So I'm like, you know what? I want to see if he has Synthesis. If he goes for Earthquake, I'm not really dead. And, it's not going to do that much to me because of my set, and I know he's offensive. But if he does go for Synthesis, I want to see it. So I do see Synthesis, and that was a calculated risk that I took, and I ended up being right, so that was kind of cool. So I go to Sceptile on what I thought was going to be another Synthesis, and it was. So now, I'm going to go ahead and do that thing where I pause the video and give my thoughts. So I have a Mega Sceptile in, and again, my plan was to manipulate the matchup to get Victini in on Sneasel, have his Sneasel do Insert Dark move here, on a Colberry, then I get my Flare boost, my Speed boost, Victini, the move, and then it allows me to kind of do as much damage to a lot of things as possible, most notably that Zapdos, and hopefully that Mew as well, and then come in and clean up with a Alolan Muck. So, I realized at this moment in time, my option was to get as much damage on this Venusaur as possible. Now, I knew he had Sludge Bomb because Sludge Bomb OHKOs Mega Venusaur. So I just need to get this thing down in Victini Psyshock range. So he's going to end up being at just over half, and I am going to die, but that's fine. So it's now 6-3 to Luke, and if you zoom out, that 6-3 looks quite bad. Well, it's going to be 6-3 in a Memento. There it is. The poison damage got me. What the fuck? Anyway, so it's 6-3 if you zoom out and you see overworld score, but in the game, I'm still feeling pretty confident. I'm able to Psy Shock. Now, that poison actually might have helped me, because if he didn't poison me, he was probably just going to be able to Synthesis off. But I guess I could have gotten a crit eventually, so that poison, I guess all it did was get Victini in there a little sooner. So now, the matchup, we even wait. He goes into Sneasel, and I click that move so fucking fast. There's no way he's going to go for a knockoff. He's going to go for, it doesn't matter. Coldberry.
That was easy.
Yes, it was, baby. Yet that's not even half. That's not even half, baby. Yes. Life Orb damage, and how about a little Flame Charge? That's the one. Now, we are Victini at +1 speed. If he has Scarf Zapdos, who gives a shit? If he has Scarf Mew, who gives a shit? Victini going off. It is only, we brought it back to 4-3 after 2 turns. He goes into Zapdos. Get those rocks damage up. Gonna get this blue flare, which is a roll, baby. That's a weird motion. We're gonna keep doing it. That's a roll, baby. That's a roll. Low into the roll. But you know what? He is gonna Thunderbolt me. But now I'm gonna live. He is Life Orb, and now it doesn't make a difference. I go for a blue flare on the off chance he's switching to Mew, because he might have switched into Mew. He does Volt Switch, but that does mean he is dead to Life Orb. So Victini goes down. It is now 3-2 with a Rotom and a Specs Muck against his team, and I like those fucking odds. So in comes Mew. Gross. And I go to Rotom, and I'm just going to fire off Shadow Balls. I'm offensive. I literally have no idea what his moveset is. It could be anything, but I am just going to fire off Shadow Balls. And he's going to transform. I guess he wanted to see my moveset, and then he realizes we can only Shadow Ball each other, and based on the fact I got my Shadow Ball off first, I'm probably going to win this exchange. So he does transform, and I'm going to keep firing off Shadow Balls. He's not Scarfed. That'd be weird if he had Scarfed Transform. I'm thinking Ditto again, so I Shadow Ball. I get the special defense drop. But now, he's going to Shadow Ball me, and just to make things dramatic, he also gets the special defense drop. So now let's go ahead and pause this one more time, give my thoughts. So he's got Mew in there. I know I can take him out with one more Shadow Ball. I know he cannot take me out with one more Shadow Ball. So he's likely to switch. Now my issue is, if I'm wrong and I switch into Muck, I just fucking lose. Because I do not believe, because then he'll have the option to, if I go switch into Muck, and he hits me with, like, I don't know, a Blizzard or something, I'm not going to win that. Because he can do enough damage to me, and it would just cause unnecessary, weird phrase that, my chance of losing increased by a lot if I switch into Muck and I'm wrong. Because now Muck is weakened, and I have to probably take at least one extreme speed from the Arcanine, and I don't want to do that. And if it's... So, now my Muck is EV just to outspeed Donphan, and he has Donphan left. So, now in my head I'm going, okay, if I can get Muck versus Donphan one-on-one at the end, then it doesn't matter at all, because I'm going to just outspeed him and win. Unless it's some odd little Donphan. But I am modest, max special attack, 244 speed just for that Donphan. In case Donphan. Well, yeah, in case that Donphan. So, if I can get Muck versus Donphan one-on-one, I know I'm fine. So now, I don't care if he switches. I don't. I'm just going to keep firing off Shadow Balls. I don't care if he switches into something to die and then goes back into Mew and kills me. It doesn't matter. It matters not. He does go into Arcanine. He takes some Rocks damage, and then he will take a Shadow Ball. So, I guess if I went into Muck here, that would have been pretty good. So, he does Shadow Ball. Or I Shadow Ball, and down goes the Arcanine.
That was easy.
Down goes the Arcanine! And now it is 2-2. He goes back into Mew, and I have lower special defense, but he's at so little HP, I have not seen an item. I don't know what an E possibly could be. I have no idea. So he goes for a Psychic with the lower special defense. Now, if I went to Muck, that would have been absolutely fantastic. But I do go down with Rotom, and it is now Muck left versus Mew and Donphan. So there's Muck. Going to Muck. Full HP Muck. I am Specs. I'm thinking, you know what? If he goes for Transform, I want to be sure I'm locked into Sludge Bomb and not Dark Bolt, so they're more powerful. I do Sludge Bomb, and now he has to see the horror. No, 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 but it's fine. That was almost catastrophic. Wiki Berry, but he sees the moveset now. He sees that he can't touch me. I have more HP than him. I can take him out in 2 Sludge Bombs. He goes for Flamethrower, not sure why. Try to get the burn, perhaps, but he should just be going for Sludge Bomb. That's doing more damage anyway. That's why I picked Sludge Bomb. In case he transformed, I would not be locked in a Dark Pulse. I do a Sludge Bomb. I take out the... Maybe he thought that his Donphan would outspeed me. Maybe he thought I would not be max speed, spec slow, and muck. But I am! Not max speed, 244 speed. And guess what? It is EV'd to outspeed Donphan.
That was easy.
The Sawsbucks have won a game in the WBE. This has been it. Buy the shirts. Leave a like. Subscribe for more. Hank Hill's a Pokemon. That's crazy shit. Look at that. There's Boomhauer and Bill with Pokemon and all that. Now, we wanted to end on a higher note, but it's probably glad that we kind of ordered a little bit. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Good night.